Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com. Yeah!
Whoa.
We wet today. Getting wet today on a Tuesday.
We're getting wet today?
Wet today on a Tuesday.
What's going on?
What isn't going on, Jabes? I'm hot today. God damn it. I know I've said that often, but I'm hot today. Really running on all cylinders.
Oh, yeah?
George, we got a new dude in the booth. Giorgio, Papa Giorgio, said I was a little pink. He said I was a little pink today because I'm hot. I'm hot today, Jabes.
Okay.
Apparently there's a lot of blood in my face, a lot of blood traveling in my face and down in my brethren, you know? There's blood in only two parts of my body today. That's in my face and in my brethren, which is my dick and my balls. I know I'm not supposed to say that in the first 90 seconds of YouTube. Allegedly.
Yeah, well,
I don't care, Jabes. I'm doing what I want today. We're having Senate hearings as we are live on air. And they're doing it by Zoom, apparently.
Have to. It's the only way.
Is it?
It's the only way to do anything.
Is it? Here's why I am so hot today. Big fan of Fauci. Have been. Big fan the whole time. Long time Fauci fan.
I am a Cuomo in the streets and a Fauci in the sheets. Just so you know. Go ahead.
Oh, man. I've fallen out of...
love with me? That's okay.
Out of love with you after that comment now. And because I don't like Cuomo, and I definitely don't like... Cuomo's not too bad. Which one are we talking about? The governor of New York?
The governor, yeah.
He's all right. He's doing the best he can with that shit, to be honest with you.
He's making the most of it.
He definitely is.
He definitely.
But, you know, look, somebody's got to be out there for your state, and it's him. The reason why he's getting so much press as opposed to everybody else is he's not a big fat slob like that guy in Maryland.
Yeah.
What's that fucking guy's name?
I don't know. Oh, I think that is his name, yeah.
Yeah. I don't
that's
know
his
the last
exact
name, but I
name.
know that's his first name. Don't know his last name on that, but it's GRRRR and then 9 H's after that.
Sure.
Is his first name, but Fauci's done for me today. I am off the Fauci train, if you will.
Okay, so what?
I'm no longer drinking the Fauci. So I want to get your thoughts live on air because this is going on. It's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I do not see a way in which kids can go back to school in the fall. There is no bridge, was his exact words, that I see of a way to get back children in the classrooms if there is no vaccine. Now, keep in mind, almost zero, I think the number is very close to zero children died.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it's under 4, maybe, have died. He says he foresees online classes for everyone in the fall, including colleges and elementary schools and high schools, middle schools, everything else. I don't get it. I don't understand. If the numbers were for children were through the roof and, there's 338 million people that live in America. 4 kids have died?
Right. It's not exactly that they want to protect them.
Mm-hmm.
It's that schools are petri dish and they're carriers. So.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, I don't know. There's going to be another wave of it. I don't know.
Is there?
I mean, flu season, regular flu season, is the only thing that I'm, that worries everybody, right? Because like this summer, it's going to be, numbers are going to go down.
They are. Yeah,
heat
yeah,
kills
absolutely.
it. Summer is not like flu season. So it's just going to be like, we're going to be like, okay. and then the actual flu season is going to come.
We are fucked.
Yep.
As an economy.
Yeah.
If kids do not go back to college and kids don't go back to school. Mm-hmm. First of all, let's look at elementary. We'll go K through 12, mm-hmm. right? We're working parents. There's a lot of working parents out in the world. Typically, our kids are in school. They're not.
Right.
Therefore, we had to hire somebody to come in and pay them a decent sum of money to watch mm-hmm. our two children every single mm-hmm. day while we work. We mm-hmm. are like most working parents in America. Mm-hmm. I don't know if people can afford that because that was never budgeted in to their family budget for the year. If this goes another, you're looking at today, I mean, it's May. You're looking at 7 more months of this mm-hmm. and then hopefully getting them back into school in January. But it's like you said, if it is like flu season, guess when that starts? January.
Yeah.
So then what? What are we going to do?
They're
come back and have another meeting?
Till October, right?
Are they?
Yeah.
Because what I've heard, flu season is typically November through like February, right?
Right.
To me, at this point, the way the economy is going, no one will be able to afford this. You've got to take your fucking chances, I say. And I understand that he's out here protecting his ass today because he says if we don't respond in an adequate way, there'll be infections in the community, and then we run the risk of having a resurgence. You always run that risk with anything. Mm-hmm. And if you don't have a vaccine and you're hoping and praying that somebody in the world is going to come up with that, by January would be the fastest in world history for any form of a vaccine for a disease.
Yeah.
The entire economy will be, the United States of America will be bankrupt at that point.
Yeah. So
at what point do you say, fuck you guys, we're not doing this? Now, the schools can do whatever they want. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing we can do as parents for that.
Right.
But me personally, if you shut down the schools for the rest of the year and you want my kid to take a fucking 1-hour Zoom class 3 times a week, fuck off. That's not school.
Right.
And I know what you're saying. Well, why not homeschool them? Because we're not there.
Yeah.
I'm not there to homeschool them. Therefore, I would have to hire a teacher to homeschool my children because we work every day.
Right.
So I'm fucking livid about this right now. Absolutely livid for more reasons than one. The health of the economy would be fucked. Yeah. Kids would be fucked. They have no form of exercise, socializing, anything going forward. Colleges. Great. If I'm a parent of a student in college, why? Why would you pay for online classes? Colleges will go bankrupt.
Yeah.
I'd rip my kids out of school and be like, oh, cool. Is it online? Great. Why don't you tell me when it's back and they can actually go in the classroom and learn, and then I'll pay the fucking $35,000 for that.
Yeah.
But if not, congratulations. They'll be better off here at home working, doing something. Mm-hmm. We had a guest on the show yesterday from Insecure. Neil Brown Jr. is his name.
Yeah.
I know you're a huge fan of that show.
Yeah.
Chad. He plays Chad on the show.
Love it.
Great fucking actor. He's on SEAL Team. He does 2 shows at once right now, which is crazy. I asked him about his schedule yesterday. I was like, how the fuck do you do that?
Are they in production right now?
They're not now, but both shows got renewed. But he's been doing both shows for 3 years at this point. And he goes, last year, they were cool enough at Insecure where they let me shoot all my scenes on the weekend. And they worked it out with SEAL Team.
Oh, nice.
His kids are home. He's got a 20 and a 22-year-old that are...
A 20 and a 22-year-old?
Yeah. Okay. He looks young as shit. He's got a 20 and a 22-year-old that are in college, and they sent him home because they were like, look, they go to California colleges. I won't say which ones. But he goes, look, man, they had to come home. I'm not paying for room and board for them to take online classes on campus where you can't even go outside and do things. This trickle down effect for this, and again, I know Fauci's trying to save his own ass on this, and people will die, and there's nothing we can do about that. wait until the suicide rate starts hitting for people who can't afford these mortgages and loans and shit like that. As I know, people who are just waiting for the market to drop out in housing so they can sweep in and say, all right, great. I'm going to roll through in January, February.
Yeah.
After all the foreclosures and everything's coming in, I can get a house for dirt cheap.
Fucked up.
Yeah. So we haven't talked about this because this is happening now. What is your thoughts on it? We have a kid going into first grade. Would you hold him back? I am all in the camp of holding him back. Because this can't continue.
Yeah.
It would be a full year now. Mm-hmm. If this doesn't pick up until January, school doesn't start till January, that would be an entire year of him without any formal school whatsoever.
What's going to happen in that year, though?
What do you mean?
What is he going to do for a year? If you're not doing Zoom classes, you're not going to school, what are you doing? I know. Personally, I think it'd be more detrimental to take away a routine of some sort. That's personally me. If you're in college, you can handle it. Take a gap year, do whatever. But if you were just started regular school and now you're going to first grade and there's just a year that you don't do anything, our kids are going to be feral.
So it's not true. I have a best friend who who homeschools his kids, right? Mm-hmm. I guess you would have to hire someone to sit there and homeschool them, but I don't even. I have no idea how that works, and your learning will be stunted. That is a big year.
Yeah,
you learn a lot in first grade.
Yeah,
and it is a big jump from kindergarten to first grade.
But what do you do during that year? So if you're saying hold him back, what does our first grade age child do for a year?
Let me ask you this. Does it sound weird? Because I'm just thinking this out loud now that this is out right now. This is live on air. Mm-hmm. Is it a point where you just call in the grandparents and everything else, right? You get some homeschooling books and you say, hey, guys, we're going to live as a family for a year. Like, all the way around, everybody's going to help out. You're going to learn different things. You're going to travel around and see stuff. Throw some money to the grandparents to take them around.
Take them around?
Yeah, because other things are going to be open. Mm-hmm. Like, they're fucking reopening half of Disneyland over in China right now.
Right.
They're at like 25% capacity. A lot of states are opening restaurants and everything else. A lot of these theme parks and the fucking Grand Canyon and shit's going to be open. Do you do that and let them see the world for a year? Like,
oh, are they going to see the world?
Or the United States, Do you get an RV? Because that's how much it would cost if you're going to pay for a teacher or somebody to come in and homeschool your kids.
Sure. But we would have to do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. It's not realistic, but I like the idea of it.
Why not?
You and I are going to get in an
No,
RV
not us. Like,
oh, no.
But for a couple weeks here and there, No.
No.
It happened to me once. I had to spend an entire summer with my grandparents.
Yeah, and that's something that you do.
It was weird, but I learned a lot, but it was 3 months.
Yeah.
And it was looking back on it, I was not happy at first as a kid.
Yeah.
And it ended up being a pretty cool experience looking back at it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think about this more and more, and I am just as pissed off as you are. Mm-hmm. Like, I hate the whole situation. It is, contributing to my breakdown, right? It's a small part of it. I hate it for my kids and for myself. It's like, all right, Jessie, you don't get to go to a restaurant, which is your only joy in life, but whatever, you'll get to go back. I see people going. Our friends in Texas are going. They're going to live music. They're going to a bar. They're not social distancing at all. So it's possible and it's happening, right?
Right.
I hate it for my kids because I am, as you know, my main thing, the only thing I try and give them is a routine. That's like the most that I can do, right?
Right.
A routine. I think it's the best gift that you can give to your kids.
Yeah.
Is a routine. Let them know what's going on. Let them know what's going to happen for the day, what time they're going to go to bed. They know every night. Like, it really makes kids feel safe and feel good.
Yeah.
So I hate this. And as fun as it sounds, I guess, to be like, yeah, go on, like, you know, go in an RV and like whatever. I don't know if that's the best thing in the long run. Like, I do think let's go during summers. If that's something you want to do, let's roll out. But I need to somehow, however I can do it, have school happen. I mean, fuck them, but I'm going to have to figure it out somehow. Whether I do it through the public school or there are online school where literally there is someone on Zoom for the entire day. Do you know what I'm saying?
At your house.
At your house for the entire day.
Who's watching the kid the entire day?
Yeah, no, I mean, exactly.
It does not seem realistic to me for every parent in the United States who works to do that.
Oh, no, it's not.
The stay-at-home mom is not. That's not the thing anymore. Like, there's a lot of women out there in the workforce and who want to work. Mm-hmm. Like, you enjoy working. Mm-hmm. I don't know who you would be if you weren't working.
I mean, I would stay home.
No, I understand that. But like, you as a person, you enjoy working, having some form of a job and going every day, regardless of if you actually need one or not. Like,
yeah.
So,
yeah, that's definitely like how I like to parent, is by example. Like to be a role model instead of a slave, which both are totally fucking valid, right? And I'm not saying you're a slave if you're a stay-at-home mom at all. And I will say that is like
the hardest
shit
in America,
of all time. And I forget who I was talking to. I think it was like Dr. Frank, that like his wife works too, like full-on career and everything. And with this whole pandemic thing, like she has had to stay home and is just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like this, I do not do this. And it's so fucking hard. Like, if you can do that shit, you're a fucking superhero. It's a lot mentally for me. I would have to smoke and drink all night.
Yeah. Somebody said, I think it was Reed White here in the boards. Again, we're live on YouTube every single day, right around the nooner area. Had said, why not do the show live on the road? It's funny.
What's up, Jamie?
We're getting intermittent live on the road. I think it was Reed White here on the boards.
Oh.
Papa Giorgio.
Sure.
You had said, hey, man, you've done live events like everywhere, right? All you need is internet, and you could just go around and do weird shows everywhere.
Get a caravan.
Maybe that's the thing for the summer, man.
Look,
if school is really shut down, I don't really give a fuck.
Right.
It'd be a blast.
Well, school's going to be shut down for the summer anyways.
No,
right?
Well, not summer, but like let's say fall, and let's say this bleeds into fall, because I can tell you this: if they're shutting down colleges, right, and that's mandatory, and they're saying there is no way you can go back, that means college football is shut down as well.
Right.
That cuts into the sports show and everything else for us. Fuck, dude. That would be a blast going live from all these weird places all over America. You and I did it. And the movie 50K and a Call Girl.
Oh, yeah. We
was
didn't
that
go
the first
live, but
no, but we shot in how many cities? 30 cities in 32 days or something like that.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But that was fun. Have you ever seen that much of the country before doing that movie?
Yeah. I mean, we would drive to New York.
Oh, you guys would?
As a family, yeah.
Okay.
Like the Clampetts.
Really? Mm-hmm. And how was it? Like, what was your memory of that as a kid?
It was a lot of...
How old were you, first of all?
I mean, we did it a couple times. I think I was like maybe 5 or 6, and then another time like 12.
Okay.
So, what?
I'm curious, what was your experience at 5 or 6 versus 12? Because obviously at 12, you've got other things on your mind,
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a good way to see Kids don't want to be in the car for that long. I don't know. But I have like with my dad done like Grand Canyon and like Monterey and random places like that. But.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. I'm just checking to see what your street cred is, Jabes, you know? On the road.
Oh, yeah.
On the road.
Yeah, I mean, I could go. I could do it.
All right.
I know how to change the gray water.
What's the gray water?
You're going to take an RV. You need to know what the gray water is, dude.
What's the gray water? What is that?
So it's the like dirty water that comes from the shower, right?
Okay.
So there's like a tank for your water,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then the toilet tank. You're gonna have to pull that tube out, and you will be doing this. You're gonna have to pull that tube out,
Yeah.
suction it up to the thing, and let it plop down into your.
What happens?
So when you go
is
to
it like,
RV parks, you get hookups. They're called like hookups,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So you
yeah,
can like
yeah.
hook your water up, you can
Yeah.
whatever, and then you dump your stuff.
you got a poop tube?
You have a poop tube that you
Okay.
that you connect, and then the poop and everything comes down into this dump out tank.
Alec is
yeah.
grossed
Can
out
you,
over there.
by the way, imagine Ross doing this?
Pay somebody to do that, but what?
Who are you gonna pay to do
I'm
that?
sure at the hookups is like a dirty guy.
No,
who's
you're
just like,
Giorgio.
"Hey,
You're not doing
I'm
that.
a fucking poop guy, you know?
No way.
Throw an extra hundo to Giorgio and be like, hey man, sorry about the dump out last
A
night.
hundo?
We had taco. It was Taco Tuesday.
Not enough.
You know, on a Wednesday, you're kind of clean out that tank. You're like, sorry, it was Taco Tuesday. What, Jabes? Your dad's got a sick RV.
He does.
Yeah.
He does.
Huh?
We've
Could be a
had
possibility.
RVs our whole lives. We had Winnebago, badass Winnebago.
Oh no shit.
Oh yeah, the boxy kind.
Yeah.
With the bed over the driver's seat.
Yeah.
So fun as a kid.
That's sweet.
Dangerous. Fun.
Well, that's the way it was, you know?
Yeah, back in the day when it's like you didn't have to wear seatbelts ever and like.
I almost feel like you're reverting back to this. If you're so afraid of something that's out there, right? Because I'm seeing a lot of rural properties being bought up now.
The rural juror.
Yeah, because they're out there and they're just like, well, fuck it. Might as well buy a bunch of land and do whatever I want on there.
Yeah.
You know.
That's my dream now.
It is.
Because I'm like, don't
full
fucking
on.
tell me. The way I feel right now is like, I'm so tired. Like, I think it's a symptom of
What's going on?
what's going on is because I feel like everyone is just being told what to do or like being frowned upon is like such a big thing that we're like not doing anything. And we're just like,
Right.
wearing a fucking mask with a hole in it so you can talk. Did you see that, lady?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, but I'm wearing the mask. And then I just sort of feel now like, don't tell me what color to paint my mailbox. Like, I don't want anyone to have, if you own a place, you should be able to fucking do whatever you want to it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So that's like no condos, HOAs. Like you have to get out
Yeah.
into the wilderness at this point, right?
Man,
and more and more with this thing, that's what I want. I don't want anyone to tell me what to do. I want to be able to shoot on the fucking
shoot guns and do whatever you want. Yeah.
ride horses because obviously I have been watching Yellowstone, so I feel like I could just hop right on a horse and ride it perfectly.
You got to ask for it, James.
For a horse, nice cushion.
Yeah. You
I don't
really
need
slide
I don't
in
need
there.
a pad under there.
One
yeah.
of the best in the biz, James.
Oh, thanks so much.
Yeah.
I was talking
problem
about
admitting that on the
land,
show.
but sure. What?
That's where land goes, you know? You
Real estate?
Yeah, no, if you're getting that much property,
Right.
there's nothing around you. You got to have a good lady by your side with a sweet ass. Otherwise,
Yeah.
not worth living out there, is it? You know?
I want an outhouse just for fun. Do you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah, why
want
not?
fully indoor plumbing.
Plumbing, and then
But I want there to be
outside,
like a cool outhouse.
little half moon carved into the door where it's just like creaky door.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
just like, where are you going? You're walking
But it's
outside.
like it's like a novelty one, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're shitting into the ground, so how novel is it?
Well, I mean like I had it built like by an architect. Do you know what I mean? Like that's how rich you are. You have land,
Yep.
you have bespoke outhouses.
Sure.
Artisanal,
Yeah.
you know. I
like
don't know. I
all
want
of
to be
it,
like,
James.
come on down to the ranch. I make pies anyways. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do know what you're saying, James, and I like all of it. I like everything your mind's going
Just
to
tired
right
of
now.
fucking people telling me what to do.
Same. So with all this being said, I got a new prediction for you here because Trump is probably hearing this for the first time right now.
Right. Was he there?
Fauci's fired by July.
I don't think that's how it works.
It is how it works. You can fire that motherfucker if you want. I'm telling you right now,
I actually don't.
if this is the fucking news you're giving out to people who definitely don't want to hear it, see you later.
I mean, he had to hear that first before it.
Well, so, and I'm glad you brought that up. There was a rumor that had leaked late last night of what he was going to say during this committee today. So somebody heard it and got it out there. But, you know, you're telling me there's no schools in the fall. I'm assuming Homeboy is going to be walking down the street with a polka dot blanket and a stick over his shoulder with all of his shit, because there's no way Trump's going to put up with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works, but
I think you have to sit down in a room with everyone. Say, all right, what is for the good of a country versus the good of a few people, and make that decision going from there. Yeah. Because just throwing out there was a fucking phrase that was trending all day today for this, for Fauci. I'm going to pull it up here because it's.
And it wasn't the Cuomo in the streets one.
No, definitely was not. Could you imagine?
Trending.
I'm going to try to find it. Yeah, he's virtual. I mean, he's in his fucking house, dude. I think he said something to the fact of like unnecessary and something else deaths.
Who's saying
somebody,
this? Fauci?
Fauci did, yeah. There was one specific quote that has been traveling all day from this, and it was from Fauci, and it was just like, boy. It's so broad that you're like, man, why make that right now? I guess.
Why make this statement?
Do you know who Jeffree Star is, by the way?
Yes.
Just a side note. This guy's always trending because he's giving away money and shit.
Yeah, he's like a makeup artist.
He just gives away. How rich is this guy that he's giving away money all the time?
Super rich. He's like a YouTube sensation.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, Jeffree Star is.
Yeah. Fuck, I can't find this goddamn thing.
Anyways.
With his quotes, he just said, look, there's going to be a lot of unnecessary and preventable and unnecessary deaths if we don't continue staying inside and doing all this other bullshit and just being locked in cages like China wanted us to. And to me, that's just too broad of a statement to make to the world and to America. Like, so if schools are shut down and that's his recommendation, and because look, it'll ultimately be up to the states, governors. It'll be a state by state case, and then they can always go back to what Fauci said and said, "Hey, man, well, he said this was what's going to happen, or whatever. Therefore, we're going to shut down." Yeah, I think he'll be out of there by July.
Okay, you heard it here, folks.
As I think there is going to be a massive tipping point. Everything I've said thus far has come true. So, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I'm on fire these days. Why not? I mean, Jesus, if you're listening to the sports show, I was 7-1 on UFC fights the other night. I'm the best in the biz right now. With this, no, dude, it's just a general sense of like understanding what Americans think about every day. I said as soon as it would get hot, people would go the fuck outside and all this would be over. They magically moved up the California beach date to tomorrow. So you can go to the beaches and all that shit tomorrow. I went yesterday after work, took the kids down. Just get a little energy out and full-on parties on the beach.
No social distance.
Raging. There's a portion. There's two separate beaches where you can drive on and go old school and rage like you're at Daytona Beach, 1988, and fucking cars everywhere, dude. Flags flying, people getting trashed. Like there was one cop kind of patrolling it, and it was, what are you gonna do? 2,000 people out there raging. It was gorgeous yesterday. It was fucking 79 degrees.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do. So this is going to continue. And as the heat picks up, by the way, in New York and Los Angeles in particular, you can forget all of this bullshit.
Yeah.
It is all going to be thrown out the window. People are going to get back to normal, stop wearing masks and all this other shit. And good luck at the end of this summer, a hot, hot summer, telling people, you're going to go back and stand inside and your kids are going to stay inside just fucking 4 more months. No. Hashtag we're all in this together.
No.
Nope,
once you
not
let
one
us,
fucking prayer.
Yeah. Once you let us out.
Yep.
There's no containing it after that.
Fucking, it's going to be bulls on
because
parade
people
this fall.
have seen. So in the beginning, it was like, okay, I guess we're closing down for a little bit. Government's going to take care of us, da-da-da. And now they saw how that worked out.
Yeah.
So they're for sure not going to do it again.
Yeah. So,
but anyway.
It's weird going live when all of this is going on because it'd be cool to see it and give you a full update on it, which we can do tomorrow. But right now, you're kind of getting bits and pieces as it's coming through, and there's going to be a rage, and it could affect the election. To be honest with you,
yeah,
because there's going to be people who are for it and against it. Mm-hmm. People will be choosing sides, and parties might not matter this fall, where it's just like, all right, who's for and against this? Great, you're for opening it? Rad. I'll vote this shit just to end all this other bullshit because I need to keep my company alive.
So Yang Gang was talking about on Sam Harris's podcast about how this.
He has a podcast too, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
He was talking about how this virus is going to push up. His prediction always was that AI is going to take over, right?
Correct.
So everyone will be replaced with robots, and everyone was just like, yeah, that's so fucking far off. And now he's like, this pandemic is going to push that so much closer. Like, it's going to happen, like,
100%.
now.
100%.
Because if you don't have to have people somewhere, Amazon, whatever, you won't.
So here's the thing about Andrew Yang. Yang Gang. Andy. Big Dick Chang.
Uh-huh. It's Yang.
His middle name Chang?
Chang Yang?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. Here's the thing about him. Very, very smart guy. And he is correct. And this has raced this forward probably 10 years. I would have said 30 in a prediction when he was running, right? Without the pandemic. I would have said we're probably 30 years away from some form of universal income because, robots are going to take over. Now that you're conditioning everybody to driving food to your house, Amazon, all that other shit, there is some people who are not going to go back. There's other people who look at their businesses and be like, shit. Well, this is more efficient than paying 8-10 dudes that I was, so I don't have to pay those dudes.
Yeah.
He is correct in that assessment. And it's coming sooner rather than later. That's why it is even more important to get people back to work, because if so, we're not prepared for that now. We were barely prepared for this. A lot of people haven't gotten their checks.
Yeah, so that's what he was saying too, is like this old model of like calling. He's like, why are there people calling to try and get their money? I mean, this model is so old.
Right.
And antiquated that you would never be able to handle something like this, which I think they knew when they said that, right?
Who did?
Government, when they were like, yeah, we'll give you your money, just like
100%.
Call unemployment and just set it up. Should be super easy. A billion people calling. They knew exactly what it was. And the fact that they wouldn't just email you, I mean, it's fucking fake money anyways, right? The fact that they wouldn't just like, okay, here's your money. You know what I mean? Because even people that didn't, the people that need it the most are people that like didn't file taxes, right? They're cleaning your house. They get cash. They whatever.
Right.
Like, so they're not getting anything. And then people that made more last year but could really use it this year don't get it. And then the people that can get it are still fucking calling to try and get it.
Well, look.
Because it was not prepared. The systems that were in place were not prepared for this. They just literally said like, all right, we got you, which is something that government does, right? We got you. Don't worry. Just like stay at home. We got you.
And this is not
like, just call this 1-800 number. You'll get through, no problem.
This is not a Republican or Democrat issue. This is big government issue, and
it's antiquated system.
Our government has never been prepared for anything like this ever. They've never been prepared for a pandemic. We've never gone through anything like this.
The
So,
Obama
all of this
site crashing,
yes.
that's because the government set it up.
Yes, the government set that up. It was a fucking massive failure. Same with this. It's 50-50 on people I've heard of getting money, not getting money. No idea. Problem with it is there's 330. Sorry about that. We just had a power outage here.
Yeah, it happens.
Does it?
All the time.
There was a bunch of sirens. I'm assuming somebody slammed into a pole.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of accidents around here, James.
Yeah, when it gets hot out, people go crazy.
It's about 74 here today.
Ooh.
That's
Scorcher.
when people start to lose their
Scorcher,
sacks.
and it's actually 63, but go ahead.
No, it's not 63.
Oh, yes.
Come on.
Oh, yes.
James, is it really? Do I have to fact check you?
Do it.
I'm going to fact check you live on air.
Do it.
You're fake news, dude. You are not fake news today.
Never have been.
It is 63 degrees right now.
Talk about the truth, and
So
I only say truthful
I'm looking at my
things.
phone. Yes, it is 63 on the nutsack. Fuck. James, I don't know what's going on. All I heard was a rape whistle.
Sure.
Followed by a old school train whistle.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, I heard
A gunshot.
a gunshot.
Sirens.
And then you heard a dog whistle.
I heard a dog whistle,
'Cause that's
and
that's
I
your
heard
frequency.
circus music.
Circus music. So here's our best
And a
educated.
Jack in the Box.
And a Jack in the Box, yeah. Here's our best educated guess what happened here.
Yep.
New kink. Somebody had a rape fantasy.
Yep.
On a train with their dog by their side.
Mm-hmm.
And
an elephant from the circus that only responded to a Jack in the Box wind up.
And that's the only way you could possibly orgasm was from the popping up of the Jack in the Box.
Mm-hmm.
Din, 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 bah! And it's just like,
I bet that's a thing, though. I bet the Jack in the Box thing is a thing.
What's the noise I always make for strangulation, Alec? That's it, yeah. That's
disturbing.
Strangulation. Strangulation.
Did you get a strangulation in your throat?
I've got a little carotene in my throat.
Yeah.
Got a little, I might as well paint myself as a geisha and hang myself in a closet in China. Isn't that where it happened? That's where it all went down for carotene.
I don't know if it was in China, but he was dressed like...
He was. It was definitely over there.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't... It was over in Asia somewhere. Look, not that they give a fuck.
You
know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Come on.
Come
brother,
on.
You think China gives a fuck? You think China gives a fuck anymore? China doesn't give a shit anymore. At all. And I'm all done with China. Not that I haven't been, but in case you're new to the show, I want you to be true to the show. Know that I'm all done with China across the board.
Mm-hmm.
There was a thing last night where Trump was giving that speech, his briefing, his nightly briefing. And this fucking two reporters from CNN, what about this? Why are people dying? Whatever, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, ask China on the way out. And I guess the last woman to ask a question was Asian American. They're like, that's racist and whatever. No, he wasn't even looking. He goes, I don't care who it is. All of you guys go ask China. I don't fucking care at this point. Like, you want to ask about testing and deaths and all that other shit. Like,
ask what China's doing.
That's what they're doing. Just go over there. Figure that the fuck out because they don't give a shit. And that's where it started. If I see one more person in my fucking feed, dude, another one just popped up. It was just like, why are we blaming China for this? I don't know. Because that's where the virus came from.
Right.
So, jeez. What I'm doing now is just leaving a snide remark and then watching like the followers fall off the thing.
Oh, that's fun.
I don't mind it on Facebook because it's like, look.
Right.
I'm already at my max limit of 5,000 anyways. There's another 6,300 on the waiting list, brother.
Right.
To see
you
this
just
magic.
Cycle them out.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, cool, man. Now I can get the real people out of my bullshit. What I have found interesting on Facebook was all of my friends who were Bernie supporters turned on Biden. They were just like, nope, we're all done here.
What are they going to do?
Nothing. I asked, by the way. So I reached out to some friends of mine in LA. I was like, what are you guys going to do now? I was like, this is 2 elections in a row. And they were like, we're exhausted. One of them actually volunteered and was working on the campaign. And they were like, we're exhausted. Like, if you can't win from your own party and everything is stacked, because the way they stacked that deck against Bernie for this, against, for Biden to win, they were like, we're exhausted by it. We have no desire to go out and vote, whoever that is. And they said, maybe Warren. So I'll throw that little hitch in your giddy up there. They said, maybe if Warren came out and was VP, maybe we would be amped to go out and vote again. But if not, they said, no, we're all done with this. So, yeah, surprising. But I don't care about losing. I don't care about Facebook. Yeah. I don't care. Like, whatever, man.
Right.
They're controlling everything anyway, so who gives a shit, brother? I'll head on over to TikTok and just
give your data right to China.
Yeah, exactly. Right foot over, left foot fly.
I'm a savage.
Yeah.
Classy, bougie, ratchet. Were you doing that dance the other day? I think I caught you doing that dance.
No, not once. Not one.
You were doing something
goddamn
like that.
time. And somebody in line when I was waiting for food the other night was doing it on their TikTok with like their dad or something, and I was just like, it's the end of society as we know it. Huh. I just wanted to stick my little penis through the hole in his mask and just say, yep, there goes the rest of your manhood. Like, we're all done with it.
Right.
Because if you're wearing a mask, why'd you have a fucking hole in it? I've seen a lot of those. I know we talked about it earlier.
I only saw one. I've
seen a lot where it's just like,
this lady walks up to a cashier and he's like, he's filming it and he's like, oh, where'd you get that mask? That's cool. Like trying to bait her, like goad her into talking about it.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, it's hard for me to talk in it. And she has a full on like cut out so that she can like talk through the hole. And he's like, oh yeah, I might do that too. That's awesome. And she's like, yeah, it's so much easier.
Yep. I've seen a bunch of those. I had a guy when I got food first the other night. In the same line, it was one of those I'm not gay, I'm just from Atlanta guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he was just like, he looked at me and he goes, hey, I'm not wearing a mask either. I refuse. I refuse to do it.
Hey, big boy.
He goes, hey, I refuse to do it too, And I was just... something about me, I guess, that just screams that I just don't give a fuck. And homeboy, he sidles right up to me. He gets about 2 feet, 3 feet,
Sure.
in my shit.
Right.
And I don't care. I'm like, yeah, come on in, brother. I don't know if you're gay or if you're just from Atlanta.
We're not sure.
I'm from Atlanta too, so
right.
I could never figure it out all those years who were gay and who wasn't. But come on in, sidle on up to the big guy. I'll have a chit chat with you.
Right.
And he was just like, he when you're in an outside area where there's people that are 6 to 8 feet away from you, there's no need for this move right here, where you put your hand over your mouth, like
you never know.
And that's what he did. He kind of just, cleaned the cocaine right around here. Was just like, hey, all these people are crazy, aren't they? They're all wearing masks everywhere. What do you think a mask is going to do? That's not going to protect anything.
Right.
If anything, the CDC says that you're probably going to contract it because you're just going to breathe it right in anyways, And I was like, yeah, man.
That doesn't even make sense, bro.
Nothing. But I fed into it.
Sure, you were right there on
I
that
let him have his day.
train.
I could tell that he needed a friend who was a stranger at that time. And I was like,
And your hand
I got to wait.
Your hand was on his dick or in his butthole?
Either way, whatever he would have asked for, I would have obliged at that point. Felt close enough where if he would just been like, hey, I haven't been able to go to Grindr around my wife in a long time. Would you mind just throwing a middle knuckle in there? Like on the middle finger past the second knuckle? I'll be real quick if you don't mind. I'll pay for your order. Would you get sushi? Oh, I bet you got a Manhattan roll there. And I would have been down with that. When his order came out too, it was like one of those yellow soupy bowls of what do you call that? Yeah, that's it. And I was like, oh God. And I was thinking to myself,
those yellow soupy bowls of what do you call it? You are a cultured motherfucker.
You
for
betcha.
Sure.
You betcha, James. I've been around the world, and you can trust my fucking computations. I take a compass with me. I go around the world. All I kept thinking was, and this is going to be gross, so you might want to cup up. This is for the gentleman in the room. I want to cup your ears up on this one.
Who are you doing the show with?
Well, for the world, obviously, because we're going through the cameras and the microphones.
Oh, okay.
2 million people listening, they need to hear this. All I kept thinking was in the back of my mind is like, oh, man, if he is gay, let's say He's married or whatever, right? And he's eating that soupy yellow concoction. It's probably the wrong type of juice going through the beehole right around that point. You know what I'm saying? That could be a messy, messy bed. Speaking of which, that'll bring us to our first sponsor, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Get a cover. If you're eating curry out there and you might be having a little butt sex later, get a cover for that bed. That yellow is really going to seep into that white mattress. I'm not gay. I'm just from Atlanta. Ghost Bed's 25% off, James. You're getting 2 free pillows. There's no covers for those pillows, so if you're getting into a hot mess like that later on in the evening after dinner, take the pillows off the bed, put those on the floor. But you can get sheets there. So if you need an extra pair of clean sheets, you can get sheets, adjustable bases, mattresses,
I would get the
pillows.
cover.
And the cover, yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Get the cover, obviously, but the sheets are probably going to be ruined. As always, they got a 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest, James. No interest. Kind of like you in this conversation right now.
Absolutely.
Go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today and get on them deals. 25% off is still applicable with this entire package of accoutrements that you're ordering. You know?
Uh-huh.
Very classy. Next up, we got it.
Bougie Ratchet.
Bougie Ratchet. ExpressVPN.com.
Ooh, this is a good one.
/revolution. You need it. China is trying to hack into all your bullshit. Everything, dude. Your phones, laptops, hard tops, desktops. They might even be responsible for that power outage earlier, James. Who knows?
You never know.
Everything right now is China in my eyes. So,
yeah.
Someday, hopefully, I'll get over it and be back to the Asian land that I love. But right now, nope. They're doing all this. The only one to protect you against China is expressvpn.com/revolution. It's a seamless app that runs in the background of all your electronic devices and keeps out the hackers. It also helps you break down all those firewalls at work. Because let's face it, your bosses are pussies. They're not going to be watching porn. You will be at lunch, and you probably want to do it from the comfort of your own desk, maybe with an extra napkin that you got at KFC that day. Just pop that over your ding-dong, snap one off. You can only do that if you have a VPN on all your electronic devices. Pornhub, Xvideos, all your faves are accessible when you have a VPN. Isn't that rad? Mm-hmm. And then you can steal movies from Netflix around the world, Canada, Europe. Yeah, you can do all of it. You can find all your murder shows. Because you like to watch them in different languages anyway, so it doesn't really matter to you. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah.
Fuck it. What was the Indian one you were watching? I always ask you that.
It was like an honor killing one.
But it was all in Indian.
No, I mean,
and it was subtitles.
Yeah. Some people were subtitled and some people were speaking English. Yeah.
So on the VPNs, it'll be subtitled in English, and then you'll have to hear them speaking Hindu, I think it is.
That's fine.
Yeah. So if you're out there, fucking do it, dude. Go to expressvpn.com/revolution today. Next up, Jabes. We got manscaped.com.
Ooh.
Love them.
For your balls.
For your balls. Your taint, your gooch, your gerbil catwalk, all of it. Shave it up. You can go on a 1, 2, 3s on this little guy. And they're everywhere, man. They sponsored the UFC fight over the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Saw that.
Massive. Because it's the products are really, really fucking nice. And they're the best in the biz. It's something as a dude for real. You just need, in this life, you need one kit. That's it. You're good to go. Shave up everywhere, and that shit lasts forever. Go to manscaped.com. It comes with the little trimmers called the Lawnmower 3. It's great. I used it. You loved it. I loved it. The kids loved it. And we actually had a guy on Drinkin Bros shave with it. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to say that. Maybe they did. I don't know. I'm on one today, James.
Oh, yes.
We had a guy named a Navy SEAL on the show 2 days ago named Ray Cashcare. He used it live on air, and you can see that video on YouTube on Drinkin Bros podcast, which is where we all are on YouTube. Subscribe. All of our shows are underneath that banner. for the media company, but he used it on air, shaved off his pubes, and then blew him on Dan's shoulder. Blew a pubic hair on his shoulder. It was live on air. You can see that on the video. It's great. It's great. Go to manscaped.com, promo code REVOLUTION for 15% off. It is an awesome kit. It comes with a DOP kit and some ball deodorant that is delightful. Last but not least, James, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com.
Boom, 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 boom. Shabloinkers.
Yes. Strike Force Energy, 4 amazing flavors. Grape, orange, ridge, lemon. Hopped on it again today, James.
Hopped on it?
Hopped up on it.
Oh,
Or I've hopped on it. Either one. Either one. I'm in it. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com. Promo code REVOLUTION, 20% off. No carbs, no sugars, no quarantine 15 for you. Jobless. You're good to go with all of this. So I'm into it, and you should be too. I got a fucking subscription, Jabes. I got a subscription to it. Mm-hmm. Hamilton, by the way.
What?
Hamilton is coming out as a movie. Mm-hmm. We talked about this a few months ago, and they were like, oh, yeah, it's going to be, 2 years from now. The rights of Hamilton have been purchased for $75 million, which is massive.
Insane.
What's his name? Juan Manuel Miranda? Is it Juan?
Yes.
It is Juan.
I thought it was Lynn.
It is. No, it's Lynn.
No.
Lynn. It's Lynn, yeah.
Lynn.
It's not Juan.
Maybe.
Did I accidentally get racist on a non-racist
I don't know. I don't know.
It's Lynn. You're right. Lin.
Lynn. Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
But when he said it, it sounded right, huh?
It did. Oh, shit.
We all thought it was right.
Accidental racism is fun for the whole family.
Sure. Go ahead.
Fun for the whole family. Good for him. He got $75 million for this.
Good for him.
Right? I thought, foolishly, you spend $75 million on something like that. I thought you were shooting a full fucking Hamilton movie,
No, bro. It's like they shot it already.
Shot it 3 years ago.
Yeah. So it's like the original... It's the original cast, so it's like the show that everybody wanted to see and will never be able to. So it's because
it was too expensive.
Fucking kill.
It's sold out.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was always sold out. Yeah.
So this was going to be a huge summer blockbuster for next year, and everybody's going to get their dicks hard, beaks wet, all that stuff, and go to Hamilton. I'm not sure why they did this, but if it's because the studios are out of content. Disney Plus has announced we are no longer releasing it in theaters. Instead, it is coming straight to Disney Plus July 3rd of this summer. So you're going to be able to watch that shit on Disney Plus for free.
Oh, I won't be, but
I have never seen this, actually. I'm surprised.
Would you buy it'll probably be like $20?
No, it's free. It's going to Disney Plus. We have Disney Plus, right?
Oh, okay.
You've ordered every app under the sun, so we have all these, right?
Oh, yeah, I have all of them.
Yeah. So Disney Plus.
Including now Crackle.
So, do we have fucking Crackle? Oh,
yeah, remember?
That's right. We didn't have to pay for it, though. We didn't have to pay for Crackle.
No, but we did have to go through a whole
real
situation.
Process, to see Yellow Wolf. Have a couple shots in New Orleans and
oh my gosh, we only
sing
saw
one song with a black
episode.
Jazz music band or
Whoa. Back it up. Calm down. Try again.
A lot of Strike Force going through my veins right now, James. It was like a 3-piece jazz trio, I guess you would call them. That's trio is 3. I don't who fucking knows.
It was a lot more than that. It was a whole horn section.
Power
and
went
everything.
out.
It was not
power went out today, James.
The power went out in your fucking mind.
Again,
what's going on?
Kink, sexual. It was a rape fantasy. Train, circus animal, Jack in the Box. So this is going to be free, 15 months ahead of schedule on Disney Plus. This movie would have made a fuck ton of money, I would have felt, before this pandemic happened, right?
Right.
Are they just throwing in the towel now? Like, what's the justification of like, hey, this is worth our $75 million budget by putting this up for free on Disney Plus? I mean, I guess you're going to gain a lot of subscribers.
By the way, did they say it was free? Because
Yes.
there is stuff that you have to pay for on Disney Plus.
No.
Just so you know. Oh,
No.
okay.
Bypassing theatrical. I'll read it. We'll look at the NPR release. What do you mean you have to pay for shit on Disney Plus?
There is stuff that like costs money and stuff that doesn't.
Well, Disney Plus on July 3rd. So it's going to be the day before America's birthday.
Okay.
I haven't seen this, so I don't really know what to think or say about it.
Mm-hmm.
This was filmed in 2016. For Christ's sakes, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was going to come to theaters October 2021. Now it's all over, and they're just going to Disney Plus. Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing about it. You don't have to pay for it. Nothing. It said it's a major coup for Disney and its bid to compete with the heavy-hitting streaming services like Netflix and Hulu. Problem with that is this. Netflix, by the way, is in the fucking red.
Mm-hmm.
They are burning through cash. I think they're $3 billion in debt with a B, because they're trying to pump out original content. If you're trying to keep up with a Netflix by paying $75 million for Hamilton, I mean, I guess the hope is, they're new enough that it's going to bring in more subscribers. But man, it is really hard to wrap your mind around that this isn't even going to on demand first.
Yeah. To be charged
just an app.
Something. Yeah. Well.
Strange, man. I read this morning and I was like, we're here. This is it. Like that's over now.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Because if it was already slated for summer of 2021, one would imagine, theaters would be open unless Fauci's still there after Trump gets reelected, and then he comes out and just says it's never safe to go out again.
Right.
Don't do anything. Don't go outside your house. Mask up. Put a hazmat suit on. 3 condoms if you're going to have sex, and we're going to set up designated tents with holes in them where you can just stick your penis in. Maybe that's what they thought, and they were just like, well, fuck it. Might as well buy it and put it on Disney Plus. Is it PG? Isn't all Disney Plus shit like PG? Or
Yeah, it's PG.
it is. So this Hamilton is too?
Yeah, right?
I don't know. Have you guys seen it? Anybody seen it? No. Yeah.
Maybe PG-13.
Maybe. Shit. That's a big deal, man. If they're doing that, I can guarantee you right now, there's a lot of nervous executives in studios saying, what do they need us for anymore? Because truthfully, if you look at this, Disney just could have bought this Disney Plus, could have just bought it all along like a Netflix does with all their movies, and said, well, this is going on our platform, it's not going to theaters, so that's it, and you can come on down the road and watch it on our app. That is a big number, though, isn't it? $75 million. I don't know why you'd pay $75 million for a filmed play. Doesn't that seem weird?
It was a phenomenon.
I understand that, but
it's a play that here's what it is. It's something that you'll never be able to see again.
Well, no, you can, just not with the original cast. Because it's still going on, or it was before the pandemic was going on.
Yeah.
I sat on a flight next to somebody who saw it in Puerto Rico, and they were on their way back. They were like, oh, my God, the cast got together for one thing in Puerto Rico, and the rest of it is traveling with different people on it. And, they were amped as shit. They traveled all the way to Puerto Rico to see this thing.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm trying to figure out what a live play looks like shot like that. Like,
they shot it to be movie.
I understand, but on the stage where they perform it in New York. So you're very limited in space. I know that theater. You're limited in space, and it's still going to look like a stage.
Yeah, it's a play. Everyone knows that it's a play.
Strange, though, right? Can you remember any movie that was shot as a play and just released?
Peter Pan.
Was it really?
Old school Peter Pan, where the girl played. There was a girl that played it,
and you could see her on the thing.
Yeah,
because I know, like for example, I know they do this all the time now on like Fox and NBC and ABC during the summer. They'll do live musicals and shit like that. And it's like, all right, cool. You go along with it because it's there, but it's still a play, and the ratings aren't that massive on these things where you're just like, it's good enough. $75 million for that. Whew. That's a lot of money. I just think that he's a Hollywood darling and that they love him.
Yeah.
And that they were like, hey, man, here's 75 for this. Let's get caught up in the magic of it.
Right.
Be curious to see what the numbers are.
Yeah.
Of subscribers. I guess you'll know when the quarterly earnings of Disney, but man, that's shocking. I'll tell you what, man, I'm going to watch it. I'll peep this out. Yeah. I gotta know what the phenomenon is. You said you're a no-go with this.
I mean, I have no interest, but I'll watch whatever.
Okay.
I've never been dying to see it, but I'm sure it's amazing.
Yeah, I'll be.
I don't really care about stuff.
No, you don't.
I don't really get hyped up about anything.
No. When's the last thing you got excited about? What was it? Yeah, James. Really think about it.
It was probably a food of some sort.
Put your boots on. But what was it? What was the last thing you were excited about?
Oh, my computer. Yeah.
You got a new computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Mother's Day.
I know. I was all thanks.
Yeah, she wasn't really amped about that. A fucking $3,000 computer for Mother's Day. Not one, Oh, thanks, man.
No, I know. I said thank you.
You did. But you weren't like thrilled through the roof of like, God, this is amazing.
What would that look like?
Like just some form of
my
jubilation.
God.
Yes. There you go.
Okay.
There you go. What was the last thing you were excited about? Like genuinely excited about? I know what mine was. The Last Dance.
Yeah.
On ESPN, the Michael Jordan doc.
Mm-hmm.
And God damn it if it doesn't live up to it.
Oh, it's really great.
Whew. Every fucking episode, I'm just like, just give me more. I could watch 50 or 60 hours of that shit and never get sick of it.
Yeah.
I went back and rewatched the Dennis Rodman 30 for 30 after that.
Mm-hmm.
Just as juiced off.
Yeah.
Again, I forgot, man, because I hadn't seen it in a while. Jamie Foxx narrated that one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he did the Dennis Rodman one. And it was just like, come on, man. The Michael Jordan he's the best.
He's the best.
Hates everyone.
Yep.
I love him.
I know.
I love him. So there's been some talk, by the way, behind the scenes of he is very torn on what's going on right now.
Torn with
Michael Jordan.
On what?
He's been so protective of his image for 40 years at this point. That is like, or close to 40 years, that he never wanted anyone to have a glimpse of who he was.
Okay.
And now that people are, he wonders if they think he's an asshole.
Oh, they do.
No. And that's the thing. Is like every dude who's a sports fan has been like, this is the greatest doc of all time. Like,
oh yeah, but he is an asshole.
Sort of. I mean, look, you have to be to be that great. And I think, me personally, like every dude I've talked to, every single one of them has said the same thing. It's the greatest thing ever. Jordan's the fucking GOAT. He's the greatest of all time. This is amazing. I think it only helps him in a time where we live in these 24-hour news cycles where everything gets washed. Everybody says somebody is the greatest at any given moment. It's like, let's take a step back and really remember who the greatest was. And it was Michael Jordan, like without a doubt. And every time a new pair of shoes or one of his shoes pops up on the screen, I was like, as a kid, I was like, I fucking had those shoes, dude. Shout out to my parents for always giving me those goddamn things. Loved them, man. And if I could go back and buy all of them, I would just line them up. I looked up the pair of shoes I had as a kid, which were at the time like $100, which was like unheard of. We were like, what? Someone went to like $150, and you were just like, look. I remember my mom sitting me down. She was like, you better take care of these because we cannot afford to get these ever again. So they better last, And took great care of them. He took great care of these shoes, whatever. I looked up those exact same pair of shoes. I was like, man, I love those shoes. I'd love to get a pair of those shoes. $450 now. Crazy, right?
For shoes?
Tennis shoes, sneakers.
You're not going to like run in them.
No, but you want, you never know what's going to happen that night. Like the power outage, right?
Right.
Somebody probably bashed into that pole and then just ran as fast as they could. You never know when you're going to have to sprint for your life.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that's kind of where my mind's at, Jabes.
Sure.
What was the last thing you were excited about?
Probably, like I said, it was probably a food thing or a drinking or a sleeping thing. Sorry. Not a drinking thing. But it's probably like, I actually do remember last night being like, oh, dude, like going to watch The Last Dance early in bed, apples.
Yeah, you get some cut up apples like a baby. Sliced up apples.
Almonds.
Slices of apples.
A little bit of bed wine that I'm never going to drink, but I need it there for security. And I was like, oh, yeah. I was in the bathroom, like, brushing my teeth, like, I am so excited right now. But it was more for sleeping. Because you know what I always say?
You can have fun when you're dead.
You can have fun when you're dead. Because sleeping is the best thing ever.
You should get those shirts made. I know on Drinkin Broettes you guys have a bunch of shirts made, like Big Tit Energy and things like that.
I think a lot of women and moms especially would be like, yes. You can have fun when you're dead. You can have fun when you're dead.
Maybe you should just put
now is the time for sleep.
Yeah, you should put the word sleep, because I like the font you guys are using on your t-shirts.
Yeah.
It's cool. We just put the word sleep, period, and then underneath it, you can have fun when you're dead.
Yep.
That would be really, really funny.
Yeah. And accurate.
I think people would buy that right
and
now.
Also, she asked me what my final...
Tiffany?
Yeah, what my final meal would be. Like death row, whatever.
Oh, yeah. I think we've had this conversation before.
Do you know what it would be?
Yes. And if memory serves me correctly,
it's not
I think you said it was a bologna sandwich on white bread.
White bread with mayonnaise.
Yes.
A Kraft mayonnaise. No, sorry, Best Foods. Kraft is shit.
Okay.
But a Kraft mac and cheese on the side with the perfect ratio of butter to milk. Not too soupy.
Yeah.
Not too dry.
Speaking of soupy, I'm still thinking about that guy.
I bet you are.
The curry butt guy.
I bet you are.
From the store. I knew that.
That was good.
Yes.
That was good.
Told you. I fucking know you, Jabes.
You listen sometimes.
Yeah, I fucking know you, dude. Know you.
I don't like it,
Do you
but
know
I
mine?
know you. Yeah.
Do you remember mine? We did a you know what's funny? I think we did a show about this maybe 300 episodes ago.
Was it Mastro's mac and cheese and gnocchi?
Gnocchi, yep. It is. That's it.
Yeah.
And the steak.
The
steak and lobster.
Steak and lobster, yeah.
God damn it, from Mastro's.
Gosh, could we be more different?
Fucking polar opposites.
Polar
I mean, it's
opposites.
crazy. By the way, if you're Mastro's out there and you want to sponsor the show, no one loves you more than I do.
I'm seeing them Postmate.
No way. Are you fucking
Some
kidding
rich
me?
ass people in LA getting Mastro's every night.
Oof.
Mm.
You know it's
They just
moved on.
They just want to support their local business. What?
You know what's funny? So we had God, who was it? Archie Bradley on the show, the closer for the Arizona Diamondbacks, and we were talking about like getting loose places and whatever, and he was like, "Oh yeah, man, if you're looking for cougars," because he had mentioned like in older women.
Sure.
I was like, if you're looking for cougars, you rolled down to that Oceanside Mastro's, and
I
was like, whoa, is there a Mastro's in Arizona now? And he goes, "Oh yeah, dude," and I was like, "Come on, bro, I've never in my life considered or dreamed or even thought one time of moving to Arizona, but that 1 second I was like, whoa, there's a Mastro's there. You don't say. Yeah. But we could, look, your mind could change. We haven't gone to your favorite place in Los Angeles.
Never. Scopa? Is
That's
that what it is?
Yeah.
And I never will.
You will. Would you be looking forward to that? Let me ask you that.
What do you mean? Would I be excited about that?
Yeah. Would that be something to get your juices going?
Well, I would be like, oh my gosh, awesome. But I wouldn't be like, oh my God.
Right. What would make that? What's going to happen?
I just don't do that.
Okay.
I don't do that. I'm my father's daughter. Like I will be excited about stuff, but I feel so fake to be like,
Yeah.
Unless it's like a full-on surprise.
Okay.
Of like what?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. Fun when you're dead, kids. Words to live by.
Yep.
Fun
Sleeping
when you're dead.
is for now. It's for the now. It's for the dreamers.
So all you dreamers out there, just know sleeping is for the now and having fun is for when you are dead.
Yep.
Go to iTunes and rate Ross Patterson Revolution a 5 and just write a quick review on it. It's free. It really helps the show. It boosted up the charts and the ratings and all that stuff. And I'm going to be asking for that every show because it's now really important, I guess. So we need it and we appreciate it. We've already crossed 1,000 already, and we're super fucking amped about that. And thanks for staying with us, man. Rain or shine, we're trying to get going here. Get you going through all of this. And power outages, China.
Nothing can stop us.
Rape kinks, circus animal noises, and Jack in the Box noises to get off. We'll be here with you.
We shall.
Every single day until this is over. And I'm saying May 30th. I'm going to stick with that.
Of what?
All the states open and everybody has done. Stop giving a fuck. That's it. That's it at that point. You enter June. People are like, great. If they're going to die, they're going to die. This is it.
Yeah.
We're all done with this.
Yeah.
So that's where we're going. And we're going to try to go Monday through Friday every day until probably then. I'd imagine it's going to be over then. But right into us on the message boards every day. We go live usually on YouTube around noon. We're under the Drinkin Bros podcast banner underneath there. All of our media shows are underneath there. Drinkin Broettes is underneath there. Ross Patterson Revolution, Drinkin Bros, Drinkin Bros Sports. We're all there. So join us on there as well, and we will get you through this. For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. the Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. You can sleep when you're dead. Nope. You can have fun when you're dead, everyone. Good afternoon. And then for when this actually airs because of the power outage, good night.
Good night.
Bye.